Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this week's Wi-Fi Wednesdays. Just going to go live on Facebook very quickly, and then we're going to get started with today's presentation. Let me know how you guys are doing on the call. Please type in the chat box if you can hear my voice and see my screen, which is just my wallpaper at this point until I get the presentation up. Hey guys, all right, give me 1 second. I'll be rock and rolling. All right, so let's get this kicked off. So I'd like to welcome everyone to Wi-Fi Wednesdays. My name is Kevin Z. I am founder and CEO of My Wi-Fi Networks, and we meet here on Zoom and Facebook Live each and every week to talk about the latest and greatest in Wi-Fi marketing, everything we're working on, and also take some questions at the end, some live Q&A, and any requests that you have. We're always here to listen and help out and build what you guys are looking for. So today I actually have two things that I want to share with you, and I'm going to get more into sharing what I'm currently working on instead of just doing, a generic demo. Usually I release any new features or announcements or new functionality. This week, again, we're working on something really huge, so I don't have something ready for you this week. It is coming soon, but what I am working on are two new major tools that you can use for marketing. Okay, the first one I want to share with you is we're actually manufacturing a brand new device. And this device might look familiar to some of you. I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm actually going to pull up the instruction guide that I am in fact working on. And we're going to be manufacturing a brand new device called the SH50. Okay, this SH50 device looks and smells and it actually looks almost identical to the GLI AR150. That's because we inked a deal with GLI to manufacture these devices at the source. We're programming them directly with our firmware pre-installed, so you'll be able to buy them at shop.mywifi.io. We're actually going to be putting them on for pre-sale very soon, so you'll be able to order these before they come out, and as soon as you receive them, you'll be the first to get them. The reason why I like this device so much is for a few reasons. Number one, it is tiny. It is actually just, fits in the palm of my hand. It is like 2.5 inches squared, about 3/4 of an inch thick, so it's really, really, really small. Not only that, let's go into the instructions here. So what comes in the box is you get the router. Because it's USB powered, it plugs into any USB port. That means it plugs into any car, plugs into any portable battery, plugs into any USB hub, any iPhone or Android plug that you have. So it plugs into any USB port. You can use it to power that. So you don't need a specific Euro or North American. This works anywhere in the world. It also is, like I mentioned, super tiny. But what I like about this is that it's just really easy to use. You plug in USB power, you plug it right into your normal internet. So this is plugged into your cable modem. In this example here, cable modem is plugged into the wall, into the ADSL or cable, a high-speed cable internet. All you do is plug in one cable into the WAN port, and that literally is all you need to get started. But as you all know, beyond the cabled connection, what's cool about the AR150 or the SH100 is that you can also do tethering, mobile tethering. So you can plug in a 3G or a 4G USB stick right into the open USB port of the device itself. So you can have this running on buses, on basically anything, food trucks, anywhere that you want to offer this, where there's 3 or 4G cellular capability. You can do that with a USB port or modem. And more importantly, those who have an iPhone or Android, which is, I think, almost everybody, you can tether the device directly using another USB cable. So plug that right into your phone. A lot of you have tried to tether before. It works exactly the same way. You just click trust this computer, and then you use the phone's internet from the SIM card and your data plan to power this hotspot. So essentially what a lot of our partners do is they already do this with the AR150. They set their session time to like 2 minutes or 5 minutes so that when users connect, you get their data. They can use the internet for literally 2 minutes, and then they're kicked off and they cannot reconnect. So that's great for advertising. For example, connect to our Wi-Fi to get the special discount for the sandwich today kind of thing. So people turn on their Wi-Fi, they connect with Facebook, you get all their data. The thank you page tells them what the secret word is, or you get, say, show this to the server to get your special free prize. Then they're automatically disconnected. So if you're using a 4G SIM card here, you're not going to blow through a data plan because you're really using really tiny amounts of data, and you're also limiting session time to 2 minutes. So like I said, this is currently in production. So this is what I'm working on currently. This is just the instruction manual, which is basically done. It's going to print, and it's going to be awesome. As soon as this is released, you'll be able to buy this from the store, like I mentioned. Okay, another thing that we're working on here are presentations. Okay, so I'm gonna just gonna actually run you through this right away. I'm gonna keep this on the slide for a sec, on the screen for a sec, sorry. I'm just a couple screens here. Make this a little bit larger to show you. So my question to you guys is, and I want you to vote right below on in the Facebook group. Okay, let me just make this clear. Sorry guys, got some layering issues here. There we go. So what kind of presentations do you need? I want you to vote below right now in the Facebook group, right under this video. Just start writing what kind of presentations you need. I'll tell you what I've put together so far and what we're putting together here for you guys to use, but always any requests you have about specifics, that'll always help us prioritize what you guys need most. So I have this presentation first I want to show you here. This is actually a combination of all the webinars that I've done. So anytime I talk about the platform and I have anything that talks about the fact that it's white label, all the analytics and all these features, I put it all together in one presentation. Okay, this is really going to be valuable if you're selling to resellers, or if you're selling to clients that care about the platform and that know that there's a platform in the background, your platform obviously, that they're using. Like I said, MSPs or resellers that you're selling to, or if it's a do-it-yourself and you want to really tout the fact that people can do things themselves, and if it's a DIY kind of business model that you're running, you might want to include some of these slides in your presentations to talk about the things that they could do with the platform. Okay, don't think that you ever need to use all of these slides because there are a ton of slides. These are really just meant for you to cherry pick and pick the slides that are most relevant to the client that you're presenting to at the time. Okay, so that being said, we have tons of slides over here. Let me just zoom in a little bit more to show you. Actually, this is a good view over here. So I have the white label branding, talking about how you can plug in your own marketing apps, the different login options, the stages of logging in, step 1, 2, 3, and 4, how to design your campaign, the emails you collect, the different landing pages, the fact that, a little snapshot of how you can log in with a custom form. Actually, let me view it like this, a little bit larger. There we go. So we talk about the self-serve dashboards, talk about the infrastructure, the different languages that the platform is offered in, branding, like I mentioned, login options here. So we talk about the whole flow, about connect, login, engage, and automate. Step 1, 2, 3, 4 listed. Talking about the editor. So if clients want to, hey, can I design things myself? Yeah, sure. Throw the slide in only if you need to. Most times you do not need to show these slides to close a deal. You just use these as support materials. If they say, hey, how do you log in with custom form, or what data can I get? You have this as a slide that you can use. Logging with SMS, with passcode, the different options here as well. Talking about the fact that it's GDPR compliant, how that looks, what the flow looks like, campaign settings as well. We also have some animated GIFs here. So in fact, the demo that I'm showing you is not even showing the fact that a lot of these slides move. So that's pretty cool too. Custom thank you pages, talking about how you drive conversions, all the integrations you have. I mean, I'm not going to run through every single slide here, but you get the idea. Chances are you've seen one of these slides before, But now we're going to give you all of these slides to use. You'll be able to integrate these within your existing presentations. Let's say a client you're selling to a marketing department and they're like, hey, tell us more about Facebook ads and tell us how you work with Facebook audiences. You can pull this up and say, hey, once we get installed, this is what you're going to see inside your Facebook ad manager. When you look at audiences, you're going to see these events being triggered. That event equals an email as a login. So it's hard to explain that sometimes on the phone or even in person, but these screenshots hopefully help you talk about how retargeting works or how you get that data. What kind of analytics do you get? What does it look like? What kind of data points do you capture? So all of these things are all listed here. And we have everything, all the data points you capture, what the dashboards look like over here. So as you see, tons of data, but the automations, adding your own apps, sending data to third parties, talking about the hardware, different hardware we have, the design wizard as well. Again, a lot of these things might be just for your sales team, might be internal use only. And in the rare case where you're selling a white label, and if you're a master reseller, you're going to use this all the time because you're going to be selling the platform as a platform. Okay, so here are a bunch of slides that we have. Anything feature-based, if there's anything I missed here as far as the quick run-through that I had, please vote for it in the group because it's going to be very helpful for us as we obviously work on these new presentations. And another presentation I want to show you here is another slide dump that I did. There's actually a few things here. So this is going to be one of your new slide templates. You'll have your logo on top to talk about your company overview. You'll put your company name here and your logo there as well. Talking about specific to the clients, this is meant to be a very short and sweet sales presentation. And then we have another presentation you can use for educational purposes. But when you're at the meeting itself and when you're looking to close the deal, we recommend no more than 5 or 7 slides. And these are those slides. Okay, so first you're going to talk about why Guest Wi-Fi, talk about the journey that we're building out for everybody custom, talking about their Wi-Fi solution, connect, log in, engage, and automate. You'll have their screenshots listed here. Talking about the objectives that you have. So this is what you're going to accomplish by adding social Wi-Fi at their location. Talk about your pricing on one page. Talk about the process if you don't have pricing. And then you have a call to action to your company. That is it. That's really all you need when it comes time to sell, when you're at the meeting to close the deal. However, a lot of you guys are educating your clients. You're maybe going in there and you're doing some training. Maybe you're meeting with BIA groups. Maybe you have special guest speaking events. And your job is not to sell. It's more to educate. And we find that a lot of our partners, when they go out there and they teach about social Wi-Fi marketing first, instead of just trying to sell something that people don't really understand first, it works out a lot better when they go and train and teach people first. Then they're positioned as the expert. And once you're positioned as the expert, you're able to easily close the deals because obviously you know what you're talking about and people will trust you. So these slides are meant to support and they're meant to be used on your initial meeting. So the first time you meet with a client or the first time you speak to an audience or you want to train them and teach them about social Wi-Fi marketing, this has nothing to do about a platform. This presentation has more to do about the importance of Wi-Fi, why you need to start leveraging Wi-Fi, what is social Wi-Fi, high level, how it works, nothing about a platform again. So what this is talking about how Wi-Fi is everywhere. There's a big problem with Wi-Fi now, but that's a big opportunity for your business. How big is Wi-Fi? We talk about the growth. Again, you can choose to keep or remove any of these slides and facts. You never have to use all of them, just depending on who your client is. There's a lot of great stats and support info that you can use on your presentations. We talk about what is social Wi-Fi. Everyone's used Connect with Facebook before. Here's where you use the example of, hey, you must have registered for a website before. You must have used this in some way, but same thing, but now it's on your Wi-Fi network. So we have this way of displaying the flow. We also have this way. We're working on a new journey that we'll have ready for you next week. But here again, we talk about step 1, 2, 3, 4. These best if you replace that with contextual screenshots of maybe clients that you worked with before or the client that you're presenting to. We have the video that you can show here as well, all embedded. Talk about how you bring the online and offline world together. So this is just getting them to understand that, hey, now we can use our Wi-Fi to connect with our friends on Facebook. We can use it to retarget people that visit our location. We're leveraging social media. Look how big social media is getting. There's over 2 billion people on Facebook, and that's a lot of data. You can track all the data. That's the only time actually we mentioned dashboard because we have to visually display how, what the data looks like for you. And you talk about all the data that this gets. It helps all these different businesses. Why did the business need it? Talks about all the benefits. You guys might have seen this from our webinar. Talks about all the reasons why a client would need this. Again, you don't need all these. You might only need 1 or 2 or 3 slides max, depending on the audience you're presenting to. And then you talk about Wi-Fi as an ROI. Setup is really easy. It works with existing access points. Again, here we don't talk about a platform. We just say, hey, we work with what you have and we're able to connect that. If you don't have that device, don't worry. We have our own devices we can bring in and plug in. It's really, really easy to use. All you do is turn it on and it works. It works for hotels, gyms, stadiums. Obviously, these are all the markets. Simple, powerful. Talk about the dashboard again, gets real results. We have some benefits specific to some users, depending on who you're presenting to. Again, you probably just need one of these slides. Benefits to local businesses, this is great for QSR restaurants. This is great to build loyalty, grow engagement, get reviews, and we have 4 bullet points here. All these are editable, so you can go in and change whatever you want. And these are slides you might have seen as well. And you talk about how you can integrate. This is the last slide's probably only used if you're integrating with another third party. But these are some slides that we are going to be sharing with you. As you can see here, there is a ton of content, a ton of data that we're going to have. That's one presentation. And this is the other presentation. Tons and tons and tons of content. But we do want to hear directly from you guys. If there is something specific that you want that I did not really cover today or something that you need, please write in the Facebook group. Go to comment under this video and say, hey, Kevin, I want this or I need that. And please also, if you have a great presentation that you're happy with, that works for you, please upload that. Please share that in the same thread. It's going to go into the file section of the group. That'll obviously help us for use the best parts of that for our presentation, but it also help everybody else to see what you guys are working on. So please, if you have anything that you're happy with, anything that works for you, upload the presentation to the Facebook group, to the community. That's what the community is obviously all about. And also, please vote below on the stuff that you want us to create for these new presentations. All right, everyone. Any questions I can get to right now, please type them in key in the chat box. And this, as I should mention, when it's all ready, we're going to put this into the members area. Okay, it's not ready yet. And when it is ready, we're going to be sharing that inside the members area for everyone to use. All right, I don't see any questions that have come through here. Let me quickly check on Facebook. See a bunch of this looks awesome comments, and that's cool. So I don't see any questions specifically, but what I will do is keep the lines open. If you have anything after, just chat inside under this video below, and please type in the kind of things you want, the kind of presentations you're looking for, and we'll be happy to create them for you. If you have any questions about your dashboard, about white labeling, support, or handling anything client-wise or device-wise, our support team is always standing by. I actually saw somebody yesterday asking about Unify. That's great, but the best place to go is our support team. Our support desk are equipped to help you, and they're going to help you get started. It's great to ask the group, but really the best place to go for technical support is support.mywifi.io. All right, guys, until then, I'll let you know when the SH50 is available for order. It'll handle about 15 to 20 simultaneous users, a little bit less than the SH100, which is great for any small location or any mobile location, especially. It works perfectly, works great. We'll let you know as soon as those are available for pre-sale, and we'll let you get in on that. And anything else you have, please let us know. We'll be happy to always help you. Thanks, everyone. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.